Uh, So I get to start out in a cave attempting to find my body. If I die, I'm just going to make myself an iron pickaxe and go dig out my bodies. Should be fun. That spot was somewhere around. Yeah. Problem is, I need to find how to get up there. Layer-wise. Knowing that my original path that led me to where I died included a lava fall and some vines. Referring to my cave? Or the house that I built entirely on impulse? My brain keeps going, ooh, iron, and I'm like, no, no, you have no pickaxe. It's not helpful anyways. It's absolutely not the best way to do it. But caves are potentially the place I can go. Okay, so there's the Iron Vein, which means I'm back in a cave that I was in part of the cycle for when I got lost. The fact that I went down to that Iron Vein and there's no clean way up there means okay. So it's just a matter of pathing and figuring out what movements I can do that actually have me go up, what makes sense. Ooh, whoa. And eventually I will get to my body. Like in actual, like, regular Minecraft, you'd have to be worried and, like, go, like, oh no, I can't be wandering around. Without all my stuff, I've got only 5 minutes. But we got bodies. The bodies last forever, so, tiny mocha. Bridge. Around this lava fall. It's not the one with the vines. But let's see, it was in it up, in it up. Yep. Not this one. Okay, yes, this one. Cool. It's either somebody talking about tax help for taxes you haven't filed yet, which I filed my taxes, or it's a reverse mortgage thing. And neither one is currently accurate. Because I don't have a regular mortgage because they didn't need me attached to the loan. Dead body, dead body. The problem is I need to move around using like the same impulse that I would have exploring. Because that's how you re-navigate if you don't remember exactly the path. Helps that I have the end point, but you know. I'm also a little bit backwards from where I had come because I believe. Okay, but yeah, that's fine. It was a creeper right here. Ooh, iron. Anyways, back to what I had been doing before I got myself exploded by a creeper coming around a corner. Trying to figure out how the heck I got down here. Oh, not how the heck I got down here. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's how the heck do I get out of here? Like, I came down here for lichen because I need lichen for my roof. Ooh, piece of copper. $55. So I'm actually even higher than my storage right now. So I can be lazy if I need to and just kind of go like this. Oh, that is rude. Okay, if I leave, I go. Creeper immediately behind me. Back around, jump into the hole, and get myself lost again. Alright. Now the claim is absolutely reasonable, yes. Fairly well out of the way next to the portal. That shouldn't cause any problems with anyways. Slips. And now I need to go fist fight some zombies before they break my door. Thanks, shocking it. That's what I wanted. Complete rebuild on my stairs. Jerk. Got bigger, bigger, bigger. Time to go to the roof. Where'd my bone meal go? I had bone meal. Offhand. Got it. Okay. Like it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. To be fair, like I can actually stagger them a bit more as long as they aren't any closer to the side than 2. Because that provides more than enough light to light up any of these same layer spawn lines. Alright. There's a hole in my roof somewhere, dear Liza, dear Liza. How in the world am I going to get inside, dear Liza, dear? Okay. There we go. And then there. And now the only way out is death. It. The only way to live is fish. Something, something pescatarian, something, something. I've done that before. Now, the question is, how do I want to light up here? Do I... ceiling lantern? Do I liken? Now, the problem with this is, oh, this looks great. Lock light. Lock light. Lock light. Lock light. Lock light. Exactly. First off, torch. Doesn't help greatly because block light 0. Almost it helps, but this block light 0 is still for me. So I guess the lazy thing right now is just torch there, torch there. Today's going to be fun. My little fan that constantly runs every single day, continually, like even through the night or whatnot. My brain is like, that is extremely loud. It is no louder than it normally is, which, like, If my brain is returning, that's loud. It means I've got some kind of thing in my brain that's going to just make everything irritating today, and it's like, great. Okay. Did any of it start hiding in here? Nope. Okay. I need to go chop some more tree. Thanks, pumpkin. It's only ugly because you made it. Thanks for saying that. No, I mean, like, because you built it, you have the much more critical eye about, like, things you were thinking and things you have not done yet. So as you look at it, you don't see a, oh, project that you've done and, like, the design choices. You see the incomplete and not up to snuff project, not the work you've already dumped into it. At least not now. Alright. Leaves. Wait. Alright. Balance. Like, I do not need the dispensers now, but I know for a fact that every single season I make an activator at some point. Probably a couple. And each one requires a dispenser. No, 2 dispensers, I think. Which means, like, I absolutely will end up using any loose dispensers I make, so every time I end up with loose bows from, like, vanilla travels or whatnot, I should absolutely go through the effort of alright. Grass. Let's store that. Right. Granite. Do I still have all my andesite? Okay, yep. Cobblestone was this one? At some point, I'm going to convert this to either an elevator or a pair of warp plates. But for now, noting that, like, I'm also going to replace whatever chests are down here with barrels long term, limited barrels. But that's once we finally get the stupid patch. Until then, I continue to be stubborn about the fact that I have my day 1 crystal. It's day 6. $76 of a day, which is that's fun. Right. I need to add planks there. Maybe. Yeah, I need planks. Because... No? Okay. That one actually shaped correctly this time. Fine. It can stay. Spoosty, need more spoosty. Slime that has failed to despawn yet. Myself. Dump body, slam the slime. It's better at it. Oh, it's right there. Supposed to. But on the supposed to. You can fight whilst awake. I was going to be like, wait, why is that going directly into my inventory? And the answer is right. Apparently, because I'm building in spruce, spruce is getting rejected automatically. Remind me at some point I need to wander over to their base so I can put it on the map. But I should finish cutting down the tree before I get distracted like that again. I also should make myself a what you call it, mailbox. Which is okay, it's not reinforced. Upgraded? Upgraded fence. On top of, with a chest on top. No, I don't just mean like placed in the world, an upgraded fence. And I mean, take two upgraded fence pieces and a chest and craft them in it. You want to use the vanilla ones because the every compatibility ones have this glitch where they don't display the items in them, so you can't pull the items out. They're still in there, so you can break them or use a hopper or things like that, but they just do not display to the client. So you can get mail and never know that you got mail because you used, I don't know, chromatic wood or whatever. Needless to say, my mailbox is probably spruce this season. Noting that I could also do strip spruce. Because you can use the stripped wood variants as well. It has probably been less than an hour since I quote-unquote last slept. Especially given the fact that I specifically, like, slept when I got away from those zombies after coming out of the cave, so it's kind of a given. Since that was this stream and I'm not even to an hour, so I'm not going to get attacked by sky rats. But at some point I should fist fight some sky rats. Okay. Maybe not actually fist fight them, but I need to get what you call it? Frog. Yeah, I need to go move that frog. Not because it's any kind of problem, but because probably it would be better if I wasn't sitting here going frog on the regular. Okay, yes, it could be funny, but it might also be annoying. Spider swarm, spawns wherever spider swarm does. Can it swim to the tree? Sure hope not. It's a spider swarm. Okay, it's 2 spiders. Still. Like, there's a larger pack of creepers by the total spread of creepers. One 1.18 had Lolays, right? Or was that not quite in yet? I don't think it was quite in. Because I can never think... Like, I do not remember anyone anywhere in the Vault Hunters pack going and getting Lolays. Because somebody would have messed around with Lolays. Even if it was, like, to figure out what level of cheese you can manage to get. Even if just in the overworld. Okay, so that's actually still up in the tree someplace. Come on, leaves. Thank you. Turtle. There's the rest of the spiders. On high difficulty, spiders can spawn with various potion effects. Potion invisibility, strength, regeneration. Did you just say potion? You know what? Speed. Turtle. No trident, so this should just be like swim out here and stab it. And up for a copper. Zombies take 3 hits because they come with 2 points of armor. Get closer and far, Tom. Big tree. And I can come back for it later. Speeder spider, speeder spider. Okay. So there's a frog in a cave here. Maybe? No, that's just flowers. Looking like a frog marker. Chickens laying eggs. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Yay, I did get a copper. That's good. These can come with. This can go in here. I can set aside spruce seed for now, because I shouldn't need to replant another one in the foreseeable future. I need more stairs. Whoop. There we go. Still need to decide what I'm going to do about, like, a wall or whatever here. Um, blankety blank blank. Blankety blank blank. Blank. And glass. Now, do I make 2 more bedrooms up here? Do I split this section into bedrooms? Small little seating area. Doorway in. Doorway in. Doorway in. Of course, noting that that means that I have to adjust how the ceiling connection is there. But maybe about yay long with a door. And a door. It's fine, nothing can spawn. It's block like 2. And we're above 70. We're building on impulse. You're not using enough yellow. Wait. Like, it's the same path every time, too. You already know I shot your friend, right? Right? You saw that, right? Okay. Time to fist fight an Enderman. Kidding. Gotta fill that in properly at some point. And then it's gone. Oh, our buddy's gone. Alright. Lost glass. Okay. Okay. Glass. Do I have any undyed glass yet? I've converted all of it. Okay. Fine. Put some more regular glass. Move the planks out of the way. Walk. Now, what was it? Okay. Sure, we just leave it like that. Big old mouth. And a fridge. Wait. What? I might have a few more basement vents than I actually need. Maybe. They're only on like two sides of the house. That's fine. No, it's not lost. As you can tell, I need extra windows. Block 6. 3, 2. Okay, that's all good. For now. There's not much to do with spare crossbows. Well, besides using this fuel. So in here they go for now, and later on I'll probably just dispose of them. No, bots, I don't want AI viewers. It's bad enough that any of the AI summary stuff is still recording, even if I'm not allowing it to output. Because someone's done a test. Their AI overview that does the summaries most definitely is also still collecting. Alright. And what was it? To catch it, I need to go... lagging. Dropping frames. Let's pick up that cow, just in case it's generating some of the lag. Still lagging. Still lagging. And this is local. And the fact that it applied to the stream upload too. Okay, Steam on primary is not active for any kind of downloads. I'm gonna have to look up how in the world you do that. Not because I need a calendar jar, but because, like, might as well, right? Or does there have to be an amount of milk in the... I don't know what's going on with that. Cooking for blockheads, and it gives you the most obscure recipe thing that. Let's stick some like hangout couches out here. Little writing desk thing here. So you could be like hanging out, looking out this window, spot when somebody comes in, say hi. Let's go make a new set of 3 doors. Ow, ow. That's the right shape for a door, right? Look, I'll get lights sorted out better eventually. For now. Yeah, like I can throw a bunch of chests in here with the chest monster hands when they add the chest monster next update. Ooh, that's fun. But eventually you need to swap this out for like a dining room table. Stick some couches, things like that. Maybe throw a TV someplace. Get some lounge chairs out there. Put the slab back on that stupid log. There we go. Readjust my map. Three. Well, sure, the vaults will do it for me later, so I don't have to be absolutely perfect about its setup, but right. I've done the opposite. Put the cows away. There we go. Now the cows are away. How many buckets of milk does this store? Looks like about 64. No, 32. That's still a healthy amount. Oh, no. Not even picky about where it is. Problem is, it doesn't deposit it on. Only works if I put in a heat source. Now, does that mean... That's the question. What all can it bring? Okay, so... Failed to cook any of it. Because the fuel was too slow, too low burning to sustain the full cook time. To make. Anyways. Still need to make a sink at some point. stare into its lifeless eyes. It becomes more and more delicious. Anyways. Ooh, fish it done. Yes, yes, we'll add power to it at some point, and then we'll actually, like, even send power to it. Not because we expect to cook things, but because fish. Still need, like, desk, wardrobe. Bonk. That's how I'm supposed to do that, right? Avoids the pit. Still takes fall damage. Frog, 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 frog. Let's do this right. There's a boat to the bayou mine. Bonk, 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 bonk. Right. Can't go that way. I have to go out and around if I want to go someplace. Squid. Crabs. No trident's throw. That's good. So that would be the most direct route in. But there might be one this way as well. Which does mean out here in the ocean is probably one of the best places to put a Inexa for stacking raid farm compatible with 1.18.2. At least as long as you remember that scaffolding burns in Forge. The requirement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chunks in every direction. So yeah, more than sufficient amount of space. And we don't have a ocean monument sitting right here anyways. So we wouldn't be interfering with that or anything. Just have to get the right chunk coordinates for everything. And you can stick one like right here, because you can just come over here to get the Bad Omen. Like, it doesn't have to be that far out into the ocean to work. But, like, that puts it at least 500 blocks or whatever loading distance from mine. Should be about similar for theirs. Okay, we're not actually a full, like... Yeah, so that's 1 kilometer arc. So that's probably about 600. So not unreasonable. Because the point is to keep it no closer than about 500 blocks. Just to be, like, sure on simulation distance and stuff like that. That neither base accidentally loads it. It was somewhere around here. Pink. Lava pool. Ruin portal. That's a fish, not that. There's light over there. Unusual light. So yeah, that's a fish. Yeah. My iron. Crab, you failed to save me. Hey boy, where's the sheep? You gird, so there's got to be a sheep or a skeleton nearby. Look, don't ask me why I did it. I couldn't tell you why either. It was funny. Less than convenient. I didn't feel like swimming around. Ooh, coconut. Yep. But one of the few reasons why Depth Strider isn't necessarily the best thing to have this early. Because, like, yeah, okay, you can swim faster. Except if you're trying to dolphin jet ski. Because you need to rope them if you want to do it with Depth Strider. But without, you're exactly as fast as a boat. Which is actually pretty darn fast. Now I can add the waypoints, but I can't use them until I unlock the thing. Remember, they've been having fun with the pillager patrols spawning. There we go. Now it's attached. And soup. Crap. Hmm. That's some interesting divides caused by the ravines there. Fern cake. Time to jump in the soup again. Like, what am I going to do with that? It doesn't work in the vault. That's the trouble with trying to dolphin swim. If you get any amount of items nearby floating in the water, they get distracted like they're unmedicated ADHD. And their special interest is whatever's floating on there. Even if that thing floating over there is rotting flesh. Big ol' What did the dolphin get distracted by this time? Okay. I didn't even get distracted, I just lagged. I think. And Dolphin's gone. Oh well. Alright, let's head home. Yeah. I should buzz the outpost a bit closer. No tridents. Time to steal some goat horns. Poor decision making, poor decision. Aw, no goat horns. It's fine. I already have that one, I believe. It's fine, it's fine. Egg. Bad Enderman. You're not supposed to rearrange the furniture like that. I've got to talk with some Avians about not doing drugs. What? Duckweed. Wait. Oh, now it spawns a dolphin. I'm already almost the entire way across, and then it spawns the swim fast machine. Surprise, I'm back. There's one up here. Jerk. I'm at level 0, not because I couldn't get to level 19 in short order. Let's see, where's this one? The negative 407, negative. There he is. Anyways, that one can summon zombies. Because its health bar isn't full, which means it's got the extra max health that vanilla never fills. Well, now it does. But for the longest time didn't. Remember when vaults could have leader zombies and spawn reinforcements in them? That was fun, right? It's a Linky boy. You're the wrong bow wielders. Thank you. So that might be a copper vein there. Yeah, for next update, I need to look up, let's see, I'm probably going to need to go to the Nether to get more quartz. For number of observers. I don't have any soul sand yet, so I need to go and get that. Ooh, trident. Patient. Almost got it. Like, if I get worried, I can take a boat. Take a bed with me, set my spawn near it. Look. 800 block travels to your death is just enrichment. Same with fist fighting burning zombies. It's something to do when you've got nothing else to do. Same with dodging creepers that you aren't paying attention to. What can I even do with forest mud? Can I convert it into clay? I know I can't grow pumpkins onto it. Because of course dirt can't grow it. Almost certainly they forgot to add mud to it. Alright. Jerk. I was making good time. There are dolphins nearby. Sand. Sand. There's a guy with a trident here and there. Don't know if it's a persistent one, so it might actually have despawned. But it might not have because the instantaneous chunk disabling, and then if you don't get within 128 blocks, like they load back in once you kind of get close, but they don't do the instant despawn unless you travel out from the center, usually. Oh. Some kelp just grew and caused some of the sand or gravel at the bottom of it to shift. And it block updated. Yep. Yep. the stuff that time. Something, something, Kestrel run, something, something, you gotta run closer to it. The explanation of the Kestrel run doesn't make sense. It does. Makes plenty of sense. You got a flim-flam man that's testing to figure out just how stupid these two that showed up are. You string some words together and they don't even ask. Wait, how in the world can you do something in under a specific distance if it's a run? And the correct answer is he's trying to con you and figure out how much he can charge you. If you're dumb enough to believe him about running the Kestrel run in less than 12 parsecs, he's going to attack another 50% on easy. Not even a problem there. Look, ooh, random item. Oh, right, coconut husks. Look, it's fine, it's fine. Let's see, it's... I think the actual bigger problem, if I wanted to do the, what you call it? Stacking raid farm is, sweeping edge. So instead, converting the entire floor into a actual proper, like, timer base. Like, it's not hard to make it an actual timer base instead of a player hit one, and you can make it an enable disable fairly easily. You just have the clock running with a AND circuit. So you distract the pillagers. And get in, mind along, and out. Full health. To be fair, this might be a persistent one. Not persistent anymore, sucker! Anyways. Aw, no trident. What am I supposed to do with that? It's an improvement. It's rounds this time instead of pillagers, right? Like, it wasn't even the trident one. I finished killing that one. Okay, yes, I probably shouldn't have shot the pillager. I mean, what's the point of having a piercing 4 crossbow set up if I'm not even going to use it? Use it to shoot Billy the Kid. But yeah, like resource vaults for like Enigma and stuff like that are a fairly decent idea for things to do early on in it. You get yourself villagers with clean memories so you don't get any chunk lag. You get chance of Pickering so you don't have to waste an Omega Pog on that. It's not even technically a waste, but I mean, if you can get the Pickering naturally that way, that's still faster than you're going to get it in almost any other way. Then you could potentially get yourself more budding, but like technically you can just get more budding by actually collecting more than one from the geodes, and they're not exactly being depleted to the point that can't do anything, like, because like they grow 6 at a time. You don't need to break off all 6 at the same time. Now here's the problem. Gotta come in, transfer, swim. I continue to curse shocking hit. Anyway, I should move the fish to primary. There we go. This goes here. Look, you're not a drown. You're not supposed to be out here. You're not a pillager. Why are you at? Oh. I'll collect some of the blocks the next time I die. Or when I get back. To be fair, it's going to be the next time I die. Aren't they supposed to instantly despawn once you're 128 blocks from them? Yeah, except, like, you have to deal with whether or not it crossed over into the, unloaded chunk range. And if, like, you're just bolting across things and whatnot, it can get to 128 blocks away. And then into, lazy chunks. Which means it's not processing anything, so it's not trying to despawn like it's supposed to, because it's not running any of its stuff. And then if you aren't coming back in to reload it at like the very edge, and it's like, oh, I'm now 128 blocks away from you, and instead you respawn, say, on the other side of it, and move the lazy chunks across it again. That feels like it's a persistent one. But that only happens if... It might not be a persistent. It might just be that because I keep swimming across it. Like, I can just bolt and go. Got nothing left to actually really raid from the pillager spawn. I don't have the villagers together to make the raid farm. I can't just use scaffolding for it, because the scaffolding does the burny because the one guy at Forge is like, oh, it's dumb that static scaffolding shouldn't burn. Yeah, okay, sir. I think you need to understand this. Minecraft is a game where it is already extremely easy to cause grief to other players. Somebody who's building probably wants an opportunity to not have all of their scaffolding broken by somebody placing down a lava bucket and running away. Like, yes, they could just smack the bottom of it too. Turns out it's very, very, very easy to grief scaffolding. Which is kind of a bummer because, like, who wants easy to grief quality of life? Arrows. It would be easier if I had arrows shown on the visual line. But yeah. Okay, so those are just natural veins. None of those are attached to granite to indicate that it's a what you call it. Where did I put my boat? Coast here? Yeah, I don't have the right angle to attack him. And given the fact that a trident has the same damage output as a traditional diamond sword, where is my boat? There's my stupid boat. This stays out here. I got more crossbows to ban. Why are hitboxes black now? I'm fairly certain that's gotta be something with the shaders. Some change that happened to the shaders, but like it wasn't based on me doing anything. Let's head back to spawn so we can see what Amanda's been working on. At least a little bit. And so that we can select the waystone even if we can't use it to actually warp any place yet. You can add it to your list of ones known, but you can't warp with them until you do the research. Weren't they giving you a knowledge star? Yeah. I will very quickly get my own knowledge star. I know it's one of the first things I should focus on anyways. It's 72 knowledge dust, 16 Benny, 8 vault diamonds. The vault diamonds are the expensive bit, because they require the higher quality on the gilded chests, but you should get about 3/4 of a vault diamond per gilded chest no matter what, give or take. So that's like 12 chests should give me the vault diamonds for the knowledge. Noting that I also need about 4 vault diamonds for the coin pouch, which also needs 15 silk, because it's 1 block of silk plus the 6 in addition to like 2 rabbit hide and stuff like that. Probably shouldn't go through the middle of the icebergs, but let's see if we've got a relatively open gap. To cut the diagonal with. Answer appears to be... yes. Because this ice isn't icing over the water near it too. I do need to make sure I actually head that way. It's like the strangest bit of ice underneath there. Alright. Let's keep moving. Ugh. Got the hiccups. Need to breathe more. Manual breathing, manual breathing. Everyone loves when they trigger manual breathing. Squids. This feels like Bringer. Yeah, that's the ammo. Obviously was building at some point. Then picked up a decent amount, left some stuff in a chest. And vamoosed. Yeah, that's the hallmarks of Bringer Day 1. Not specifically that it's like only day 1. But like it doesn't have enough stuff to be a permanent base at the moment. But I've played alongside Bringer enough seasons, including ones where I've stumbled into their base, that I can say for absolute certain that that's like a hallmark of how they start their little bunker in a wall. And also how they leave it when they decide on a new location. Or decide that they just are going to go elsewhere and haven't even picked the new location. Okay. Stay out of my swamp. B. C. Gravelly. Sprucey. Hey, Sprucey baby. Okay, now those spawned as LGBs. get back here, bro. Alright. How'd you get? In you go. Now, the problem is, because this is not contiguous ice right here, you could potentially get a contiguous ice around the edge here. Nope. Since, like, the moment you fall in, you're pinned. And the point is to get over here. It's not a great shortcut. So you need to pull your boat back out. Bouncy, 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 bounce. Go around the iceberg. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yep. Well, let's... Learn portal? I guess. Okay. Good to know. Whee! Hi, boys. So these are spawning nearby, picking up a block. So they can't despawn as long as they have a block. But because they're hitting the edge of loading distance, they're freezing at the edge of it, where the project's happening up here. Alright. That's going to be the easiest. Go here. Someone is cooking a pizza in this house. Smell it. Which means somebody went shopping, because we did not have any pizzas as of last night. Gotta love teaming with builders. I'm really tempted to say I want to seal that dirt. Now, here's the trick. One of the things I've been told by one of the moderators is when somebody loses something, Sometimes they use the tools to look in the player's ender chest for things, and they're almost always empty. So, just in case something goes wrong. You gotta make sure that your ender chest is set up correctly. I'm tempted to take some of the dirt for backfill, and it probably would be fine for me to do so, but at the same time, it also takes away the option of me like collecting dirt myself from random places. Very vanilla builder there, which isn't a bad thing. At least it's not the hopper railings that some people have used. Not on this world. We might have had a base that had a large amount of hoppers on railings. We swapped them out eventually when things were getting laggy. Well, what was it? Not Palisade. What was it? It was some medieval buildy thing. It might have also been like part of one of the building mods that got cycled out, for all I know. Yeah. Rude, boys. Stop that. Yeah, I can't, like... Okay. They did allow you to do that, you just can't place it. Good to know. That means... Oh, by the way, remember that if you need to for storage, one of the things you can do with things like dirt and cobblestone is you can compress them. So that's a good way to also get them, like, when you need to wander off with a bunch of them. You just kind of compress them. My compression is on K. I don't know if that's a default letter. But I use that from time to time. Like, I'm not going to take all of it with me, but I am going to compress some of it because it will store a little bit better. When compressed. Okay. Want to take 3 of those. Now, one thing to note, be careful about using like the quick compression with certain blocks, because some blocks the quick compression will not necessarily guarantee compress first. And if you're on the wrong scale, like the 2x2 decor woods, you will end up making boards out of those woods. Living boards, wooden boards, things like that. Driftwood boards. Anyways, I now need to wander down to Amanda's place so I can get her warpstone. So we're going to do it the most efficient, quickest way possible. That wasn't actually supposed to be a quick way down to the ice. I was supposed to like clip the cliff like 7 more times on the way down. That's part of the gag. Bonk. 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 Whee! But yeah, I'll take some dirt. Let's see. 9 to the 9 times 9, 81 times 9. Yeah, like I took a decent amount. It's only like 3 times 7. It's reasonable, right? It's only about 2,200 or so. Just go straight this way for now. Discover a few more chunks while we're doing this. Completely reasonable. Happens to the best of us. Like, to be fair, like, what I'm doing with all of the dirt is I'm going to go and, like, shove it in a cave. Oh yeah, that's because you don't have any villager points of interest up. So because you're in one of the biomes that can spawn the patrols, you'll get the patrols as long as there's not a villager point of interest to suppress them. The problem with the villager points of interest is sometimes you'll get a bunch of zombies at night. As I've said previous times. Spawned by the block itself, which you can't suppress with mega torches. If they're in their easy villager blocks, that'll be fine. But like you're just going to have to deal with having pillagers. If you do a bunker base, something like deep underground, and put down a, well, like if you're far enough away that you're not going to be near the surface anyways, it doesn't matter whether or not you're getting zombies or pillagers out there. Oh look, it's raining. Is this one going to have lightning too? Gotta give it like a minute to decide that it's going to be a thunderstorm. Because at first it's like, oh, it's just regular rain. Then it decides it's a thunderstorm. Then it's like, okay, now you're being annoying. And nobody has any of the copper to make the copper conduit thing. Because it's all level 20 plus. And as you can tell, I'm only level 5. Oh, you mean vault level? Here's the thunderstorm. At least I believe so. Let's see. Come on. Those are far enough away that you can't get both of them spawning even if you do the in the sky portal thing. At least not in any effective way. Another one right there. Also, probably one of those is involved geode. Yep. Drowning, drowning, da 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 da. Eats a fish. Sounds like someone's attached to the stream to... That or somebody's typing without using Whisper to reply to people. Which, like, there's not enough people on at one point for that to matter, so, like, it's fine. On a 50 to 100 person building server, like Scar World or something like that, then for some of the coordination, you want to actually use whispers and replies. But that's not what we're doing here. This is an action RPG and has a max of 20 people to a server with 10 online. Although I think we have had like 11 or 12 at once, all online. One starting day seasons ago. Probably a year and a half, 2 years, maybe more. Do we got a mossy waystone to stick at Gigi's place? I can't put anything down until I have the research. But you can use them, apparently. You just can't place them and name them or whatever. They must have adjusted the unlock, because I remember back in the day you couldn't even select them. Bonk. Ooh, some of these are good ones so far. Fortune 3, cool. This takes me back. By the way, you have like about 1/3 the number of chests you need here. And in addition to that, deja vu, you also need no, we don't have the bookshelves yet. You can't stick the books into the wall of bookshelves, unfortunately. But take it from the guy who probably spent a month and a half doing fishing on like the Scar World one. There we go. I would say you could lock people in, but you put in a ender chest, which means they can hop on top of it to climb out. Like, you listen to me, you know that I was going for the Waystone. And I was there to criticize your fishing setup just a little bit. Like, to be fair, you can probably ignore me because, like, what kind of advice can the random guy that's dying to pillagers because it's funny give to anybody actually playing the action RPG mod pack part of it? But I think if you do waystones or whatever, I still say the plates are better because you don't have to travel to each person's base one time to use warp plates they've set up. Whereas this, like, for me to warp now to Amanda's or Toes, I have to go to one of the warp, one of the waystones. Like, okay, that's also true if you make a hub or whatever, but like somebody spawning in at spawn, if we get some warp plates down, they can like go and visit people, and people can have like starting gear, pick up starting farm goods from farms outside, you know, make some commons available at their bases. Anyways, is it Kiki's base if it doesn't have a wandering trader? I wouldn't know because every time I go, there's always a wandering trader. Well, either like we get a bunch of individual things, or we kind of put like, there we go. Or we like, either we make it like one room kind of with a lot of plates and like names, or you set it up so like each person makes a room, can decorate it, and there's a warp plate in there that teleports to their base. And it's like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cass is staying up third room from the left, walks in, ends up at my swamp or whatever. And then it's just a matter of putting a warp plate someplace reasonable at the spawn. Making sure everyone has the ender chest that nobody ever uses any given season. Like, here potentially is a great place for a warp plate. Although I will say, sometimes the warp stones and warp plates get weird. So I would make sure you don't put warp plates or warp stones in too high tunnels, not because it's a big risk, but like you do sometimes get like the suffocation damage if the ceiling's too close. But that said, I've had a warp stone in a 3 tall space, and then it's managed to spawn me into the 4th block up ceiling because for whatever reason it's like you're going to spawn like here next to the warp stone when you spawn in, and it's like, what? And it doesn't matter too much. Like, most people aren't going to be on their last half a heart, but I have definitely managed to be on a warp plate in one of those spaces that like suffocates you right as a server restart happens. So as I was trying to log in, I ended up with my head embedded in a block long enough that I died, and then I had to chase my body through the warp plates, noting that it will teleport to the unloaded chunks at the other end of the warp plate, and every time you teleport there, it will immediately teleport to the other side again, which means you get to sit there trying to figure out where in the world your body is when you died at the Ender next to some water flowing towards the void early enough in the whole thing that nobody has informed everyone that, oh yeah, bodies float in the void, because this was pre-skyblock and everything like that. So you get to panic and wait in your slime farm for a moderator to log on and find your body or respawn your stuff. And then because they're lazy, they actually just like respawn your stuff, but don't even go and deal with your body, even though they got a picture of where in the world it was. So eventually you end up with an extra copy of some of your bags. And yeah, this totally didn't happen, right? No, sorry, Bob. I most definitely have never died to warp plates. Okay, so that's Q to cook. So what's over here for? Is this Q for fuel? No, it couldn't be. If it was Q for fuel, it would have operated there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, what do you mean it isn't capable of making the sweets block, just the vault sweets? Is it because this can't be eaten directly out of your hand? Well, I'll probably just like wrap up once restart happens because there's not much time really to like start another project. And I think the next project I might distract myself with if we're not getting the update installed before I play tomorrow is heading out here-ish and building an ENX04 stacking raid farm because we've got a pillager outpost right here. Which I'm trying to think where a good place to put like a warp plate or a warp stone. I would think a plate to get to the pillager outpost someplace. So that somebody can go get themselves Bad Omen and then a warp out from it directly to the raid farm. Yeah, completely reasonable. But let's see. I think I have enough redstone and quartz for what I need because it's 2 observers for the top one, 3 observers, 4 observers, and I think 5. And I think that's enough. And then it's iron, iron, iron. It's um 4. No. I definitely need to cook more iron for more pistons because you need uh some pistons for the shifting floors. You also need at least 4 sticky pistons, probably more. Not to mention because of the mod pack modifying combat stuff like the sweeping edge, I don't with the shocking and stuff like that, I don't want to rely on the swinging timer like his night and like the farm naturally uses, and will instead use like a decay clock, so it's not like yeah, like so it'll be running off of whether or not the player is detected in there, and then it's moving the floor and the composters on a fixed timer, whether or not the player's swinging, and standing on the pressure plate inside while having like a dummy or whatever to swing at in there. Because what? The dummies are armor stand plus a hay bale. So not terribly expensive comparatively. Still more expensive than the base, but fortunately, like I've also got, because I've got the slime and whatnot, I've got the sticky pistons I need for that and stuff like that. Iron shouldn't be a problem, especially because worst case scenario, I can hit up the iron vein that's down there. Or I can take apart the block of iron I apparently have hidden here. There we go. And then let's see. I need to go and get soul sand at some point because it does the bubble column thing. But at the same time, I gotta be careful because I can't just use the scaffolding like everybody does for building it because of the fact that like I said, the stupid guy who made the choice in Forge to make scaffolding more griefable, so you can't do the lava casting exactly the same way. Which makes it slightly annoying. I think 8 sticky pistons is more than enough. I don't know for certain. How do you make candy? Maybe I should cook another book. I say to the mafia. Useless. Absolutely useless. That should have cooked it. Doesn't even show that I can make that as a recipe. Charcoal. It's not actually efficient to cook this way for the actual cook things. This goes in. This goes in. Stick some dirt here. It was this one. There we go. And then where did I stick the dispensers? Okay. This is reasonable. Alright. I think probably, yeah. Like I can stop before we start. Got nothing much else to do. Bucket of lava would be... Where was it? I think I swam all the way out this way. But I mean, if I really need a bucket of lava and I don't want to have to go looking for it, I could always steal one from attached to tow. They've got a lava pool right there. I'm sure it'd be fine for me to take some soup, right? All right. But nah, I can head over here like I did last time and pick up some lava. Assuming I don't do something silly like just kind of go, well, I need lava. Where's an easy place to get lava? Right. The nether. The nether. Anyways, I would say, did you see the house all finished? But it's definitely not because I'm missing at least some stairs on the end there and probably some around back. But like, house, it has a roof. It needs some more stairs stuck under things. And it needs some like decoration inside and some extra side decorations. Like shutters or inside maybe some drapes. Needs some beds in the bedrooms, some actual lights instead of whatever's going on with the pumpkins. Much roof. Very house. Oh, wait. Those blocks would have despawned by now. Yep. Creeper hole. Bummer. Hey, I'll get it filled in eventually. Sometimes I wish I had Pickering. Like, okay, yeah. Technically, the quick way of doing this is just, like, climb up some of the vines, punch through the wall. But that'd be sensible. And what part of anything that I'm doing screams sensible? The fact that you're planning on making a raid farm to get emeralds early in the game instead of just like doing a raid farm once you're like, I need saddles. Much dirt. Mini much dirt. I took so much dirt. And it might not even be enough. I'll get more eventually. Even if I have to rip it out of someplace else in the world. Ah. All right. First things first. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump. Ooh, pants. Ooh, long-lasting pants. Not really as long-lasting as I might have made it sound there, but Like, this is a reasonable thing to do until restart. Clog all of the underground spawns, so all of them spawn right here on the surface, and I'm flooded with more because I haven't put down any mega torches anyways. Oh, is mega torch going to be one of the first things you make when you make Echo? No, no. I'm not foolish. Deposit upgrade. Five. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Thanks, Suffocation. You're a great mechanic. You don't know how we ever lived without you. Oh, right. Because we weren't taking miscellaneous damage of it. it really sensible to be filling in the random noodle cave here? Okay. That'll be a wrap for today. And it sets up what in the world I'm going to do first thing tomorrow. Which is apparently start off in a cave again. At least it's on brand, apparently. Pretty soon I'm just going to be the guy that wakes up in a cave. But I'll catch you all into that. Bye.